Welcome to the Potluck. I hope everybody brought your plate today. We're a hip hop podcast that is serving up culture, current events, and other side dishes. I'm Pete.
Yo, what up? I'm Otis.
Yo, what up? I'm Ahmad, aka TKO Joe. Let's get it.
And there's Lou, top five. You may know me by Smooth. You may know me by Carol or Nephew, but I'm Lou on the Potluck. So this week, welcome.
The top five. Hey, happy Juneteenth. If y'all don't know, this is our Juneteenth celebration. Real quick, if you don't know what Juneteenth is, it is the day that the last slaves in Texas were told that they were actually free. If y'all don't know, that took a couple years to get that information over to them. So slavery lasted a little bit after when we think it actually ended. But happy Juneteenth to you all. It's actually a bigger thing than that. It's a great way to celebrate, our Blackness and African-American culture, if you want to call it that. I just call us Black because, I'm Black, y'all, and I'm Black, y'all, and I'm blackity black, and anyway, my bad. How we doing today, everybody? Everybody good?
We good, man.
Doing good. I'm Black.
Solid.
Hey, facts.
Got the shea butter on. Got the licorice stick, you know what I mean? The sage burning.
Oh, man.
We good. Let's go. Black Eyed Peas tonight. Let's do this.
I got the ham hocks thawing out. Gonna collar up some of them greens.
Oh man, feeling like a real liberated king right now. You know what I mean?
Let's see, and you got the old school Black TV right there. One TV set on top of the other one.
Yeah.
You should have had one of the knobs off though.
I mean, facts. With the flyers,
with
bro.
the flyers and
The flyers. Hey, Ma, we old, bro.
They don't know about that. They don't know about that UHF and that VHF.
The long antenna on it. The long
antenna.
With the foil on it.
Yeah, nice. Standard. Look, man. And when your antenna wasn't working quite right, what you do? You became the human antenna. You had to
stand by that mother. Hey, they ain't knowing, man. These young cats ain't knowing. They ain't knowing about that.
That's some real Black shit right there, man. Come on, man. We made it work back in the day.
Man.
They got slapped it a few times. Come on.
Look, hey, the real knows this though. On them little knobs, right inside them little knobs, you had the little thing you had to twist. It wouldn't change the channel, but it was the channel tuning. Mm-hmm. So once you turn the channel, you had to twist the little thing and try to tune the channel in too.
Yeah.
Hey man, we know we some old blackheads in this. Ain't no shame in it.
And then after you fixed it, you had to like walk away like.
Oh yeah, yeah. As soon as it got fussy.
Oh, slow.
Y'all be still. Be still. I got it.
Hey man. Hey.
Get up and change that TV.
And don't let it be a good show on. Don't let it be good times. Your ass be standing still the whole time, just holding it. Hey, but welcome to the Juneteenth episode. We're gonna talk a little bit about Juneteenth. Obviously, we did, but we got a couple of different things on the menu today. Blackness. We do hip hop and we do music and culture. So we definitely gonna talk about some of the main dishes. Gonna be the blackest stuff in the world, the blackest albums, hip hop, non-hip hop, all that, man, music. And while we on that, we're gonna start with the little side dish. Who made the Black Eyed Peas? Because I know it wasn't none of us. None of us made the Black Eyed Peas today. Like, because the Rolling Stones, did y'all make the Black Eyed Peas? Terrible, bro. Terrible. So I will say recently a panel of white, but I don't even know if I want to call them white people because I think there was somebody with some freckles or something on there, right? But they decided to get together and make a top 200 list of the best, greatest ever hip hop albums. And we ain't gonna get into the list, bro. But first of all, the panel was 12 white people. It was like a judge and you was in court, so we knew it was gonna be fucked up. Maybe it was 16. I don't know. The one dude did kind of look like what's your boy name?
List got tried by 12 and it got carried by 6.
Hey, hey, that's on one of these classic albums we're gonna talk about.
Straight to the garbage.
Well, it was straight garbage. So what were they thinking? What the fuck were they on making this list?
like I said, man, Rolling Stones pops up every couple of years to come up with some kind of bullshit list about hip hop to piss black people off. And the fact that it came out like a week or two before Juneteenth, these motherfuckers knew what they were doing. They got their lattes. They sat in the room with some fucking lox bagels, and they were just like, you know what, like, yeah, in celebration of Juneteenth, how can we piss these niggas off today? Like, everything's pretty quiet. You know, cops ain't shot a nigga anytime recently. So, you know, let's do our part. And dog, that list was trash, nigga. I think I even saw some of my own shit, some of my old ass mixtapes on that goddamn list, dog. How the fuck they got my shit over All Eyes on Me, nigga? What are y'all doing over here? Man. They got the most obscure fucking albums on that thing, man. Fuck that list.
Listen, you got the four of us, right? Ahmad and I are old. Like, we remember when hip hop just started and shit. And like we talked about in some other episodes, we've been listening to hip hop from the break. There's some shit in there, and we listen to everything. Ahmad reviewed Arrested Development album in 2022. We listened to everything. There was some shit on there we didn't even know the rapper. We didn't even know the names of people they was talking about. So like, what the fuck are y'all doing with the culture, bro?
The thing that fucked me up the most was seeing Eve over All Eyes on Me, and then seeing Azalea Banks over All Eyes on Me. And Azalea Banks had like maybe 40 ranks over not all Eyes on Me, but Me Against the World. Azalea Banks over Me Against the World.
No.
Evolution over Me Against the World.
I was gonna say
every single Pocket album is better than her album.
I was gonna say even Azalea Banks don't have herself ranked that high, but she's a little delusional. She might.
Dog, I had to throw on a Russell Crowe movie once I saw that shit.
Wow. Hey, so I guess the whole point is this.
Cardi B at 16.
Ahmad, you want to say it with me? Ahmad, you want to say it with me? You know what I'm about to say. Number 2. Hey, white people,
leave our shit alone.
Leave our shit alone, bro. Come on, man. Gotta leave our shit alone. So look, we got to get past that. We're not gonna get past it, but we're going off to the side. Because we could go off on that on the Rolling Stone, but you know what, man?
Little Kim at 19.
Every time
hardcore is a top 20.
Oh no! I mean,
every time we hear one, we just we lose our minds because it's so crazy.
Maybe top 20 album covers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But top 20 albums, no.
I don't even know if it's that because
it's a good album cover. This before Plastic Kim. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I prefer them no limit 3D covers.
swap meet as album covers.
Hey man, shout out Master P for Black excellence though.
Master P be a G, man. I can't even hate on Master P, man. Master P he's that dude, man.
You gotta love him, and you gotta love him for what he does in the business. And
for sure, you know what I'm saying.
You know, he helped get rid of that Juneteenth ice cream shit that was going on. He got his own thing going. So
look, I've seen him in real life. You know what I'm saying. He drives a regular ass car.
Okay.
Around town, he's a down to earth dude, man. So Master P, man, love you, man. Can't even hate.
We will applaud him. Like
you know what I'm saying.
Fuck with him.
Hell yeah.
But look, now that we done fucked up our palates real quick, we need to get the taste out of our mouth and get back some good soul food, some of our good chicken, our good ribs, our good steak, and all that. So let's get into this main dish. We doing black ass albums, man.
Black.
Yes, indeed. So you know, I got my shades, but go ahead, burn a few incense. You know, get your shea butter on. You know, make sure it's the real African shea butter, none of the other stuff they be selling in the little Walmart stores. Get some real African shea butter. You know, let's talk about the blackest hip hop albums ever. So let's start with what's the most impactful pro-black album? what do you think is the most impactful?
Where you at, Lou?
Yeah,
Man, most impactful pro-Black album. I mean, obviously it was music that came out around a certain time.
Mhm.
And I'm finna go to this kind of Public Enemy era, you know, kind of this whole revolutionary era where it was the Rodney King, it was the you know, it was the NWA, and it was the Public Enemy on the East, it was NWA on the West, you know, the fight the power, you know, stuff like that is undeniably the most pro-Black messages that's been in hip hop, you know. So I mean, but at the same time, I look at pro-Black being not just about the message, but just about the voices. You know, I feel like a lot of this music came out because we were speaking from, or our culture was speaking from what we witnessed in our lifestyles. So yeah, F the police, right? Like that was an actual feeling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the reason why it was popular and it resonated because it was a feeling amongst our whole community. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, I think a lot of hip hop evolved just from us telling our stories of, yo, this is life on our level. You know, so I consider that to be pro-Black too, to get a perspective of what's going on in your neighborhood and your mind and your feelings is from a Black perspective. So I mean, not only, and I know, unfortunately, it's violent. I mean, art imitates life. So you know, if we're witnessing racism, violence, poverty, and it's coming out in our music, that's pro-Black music to me. You know what I mean? Because it's coming from a Black perspective. That's coming from ground zero.
And to your point, before you let us know what your number one is, you know, some of the albums we're going to talk about, they are a little bit more subliminal in their message, but they're able to maintain that pro-Black, you know, tones and stance. And some of them are like more commercially appeasing, you know. Their sales were out the wall, but they were still, you know, pro-Black and that kind of subliminal. And some just punch you in the face, unapologetically Black, and, you know, just didn't give a damn about anything but the straight up message. You know, so I think we're all going to have a different take on it. You know, we talked a little bit earlier about it. We all got a different take on how we feel about some of the albums, because some of them are like, you know, they sold well, they were sounded good commercially, but the messaging was there. And some of them like, hey, we're Black, we're gonna tell you what it is. Here we go with the fist up, you know. So go ahead, Lou. Most impactful. I think I know what you said. I think you said it, but give us the album name.
I mean, you know, I'm gonna say the most impactful is probably Straight Outta Compton.
Okay. And you gave us the reason why you think that NWA, they were telling you fuck the police, they were telling you everything that was going on, right?
Yeah, from that perspective, man, you just couldn't, it just wasn't, you know, it couldn't get much more raw and direct. You know what I'm saying? But I do like the Public Enemy's, you know, approach too. You know, but at the same time, like, you know, I think it kind of crossed over into like kind of some strange stuff. You know, the Zulu Nation and all that kind of stuff. You know, got a little strange. You know, but I like to keep it on the ground level to where it's like, yo, we out here is robbing people, is riots going on, is violence in my community, the police, the drugs. Give me that, you know. You know, so the Public Enemy was cool and all that. You know, they got to the education and the history, and then they trying to convert people and all that. That was a little too much for me, man. You know,
you didn't like the 5% of messaging?
Kind of crossed a few lines, man. You know.
Otis, what you got with most impactful pro-Black album for you of all time?
So I just ran through it earlier today, and even though it's not really my cup of tea, because I don't really like Chuck D style of rapping, I will give it to Fear of a Black Planet, because that's the album that all the old school hip hop heads and the Revolutionary Brothers speak on. You know, I know it influenced a lot of people. It influenced, and it was one of the most talked about albums when you talk about when you hear about revolutionary hip hop. And you know, people try to give that label to we don't have a Fear of a Black Planet in our generation, but people try to give that to Pimp a Butterfly. But Pimp a Butterfly's content is not as revolutionary as that shit was. That shit was like direct in your face. You know, we're talking about the system. We're talking about so many things that affect Black life, and yeah, it was very unapologetic. Yeah, it's I wasn't really feeling the first half of the album. The second half got a lot better, but like the Fight the Power is just hella iconic when it comes to a pro-Black rap song. I gotta give it to that one.
Okay, and I think
Black Planet.
I think I think we kind of got the answer from both of you all. But I was saying if you had a go-to for like somebody who doesn't know anything and they want to hear that album, would you say Fight the Power is what you're gonna send them to? Like the first is a song you say, I need you to hear this.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
for sure. And 911 is a joke.
That's a
that's a good one. That's a good one. 911 is a joke. Yeah.
Those two for sure are the top picks on there. But man, that nigga Chuck D's rapping is just you gotta know that going in. Like you're not, because hip hop has evolved so much. It can be a huge turnoff for people. So you got to let them know, like, hey man, it's a different kind of rap.
Yeah.
Dad glad.
Yeah. And I mean, I feel you on that, Otis, man. I'm sitting here thinking like, man, you know, you got me kind of teetering like, yeah, that Fear of a Black Planet was hard. But when you just mentioned like the lyricism, yeah, I think, you know, I think I could tolerate Eazy-E over Chuck D maybe a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I think, you know, I'll give it to, you know,
Ahmad, what you got? What's your most impactful?
I'm gonna go with what Otis said, man. Fear of a Black Planet. I know it takes a nation of millions to hold us back. It's probably the highest rated Public Enemy album, but I think Fear of a Black Planet is much more impactful. I mean, because you look at the I like to go back to this. I know, like, you know, we look at the message in the music, but like music also has to have like some kind of bang to it you know, like, or anthem to show relevance. And like, you know, like, I mean, not only back then, but like also now. Like Fight the Power is one of those songs you could play now and like people be like, okay,
911 is a joke.
It's pretty dope. 911 is a joke. Yeah, not as much though. Like,
I mean, they're talking about the same kind of things.
They are, but I'm saying, like, I'm talking about music wise. I'm talking about, like, you throw on Fight the Power, doo doo. I mean, it has the beat and everything, and it's like a chant. Fight the power. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can get down with that. But like 911 is a joke. Yeah, I think it's a better story. You know what I'm saying? You go back, listen to the song 911 is a joke, and they're telling a story about like how, you know, like, hey, you call 911, folks never show up, right?
Mm-hmm. Or they're
gonna shoot you, right? Cat shows up. I mean, a cat gets shot in your hood. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, bleeding out. You call, or someone trying to rob you. You call 911. They ain't never showing up. You know what I'm saying? They do show up, like you said. They might be showing up to shoot you. So like, you know, so I think they both hold their place. But I think like with Fight the Power, you got an anthem. You know what I'm saying? And to me, like, it takes a nation of millions to hold us back doesn't have that kind of anthem.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, Fight the Power
Do the Right Thing.
Do the Right Thing. There you go.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And so that also helped boost it up too. It was playing throughout the whole movie. You know what I'm saying? It was an anthem. You know what I'm saying? So like, I also look at anthems and like, you know, like Fear of a Black Planet, I think is very impactful in that reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, it had an anthem, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it also opened up, you know what I'm saying, like other cats that come in and talk about these kind of things that, you know, that benefit us, and like, you know, the kind of struggles that we had as a community, you know what I'm saying? And so I would go with that over It Takes a Nation.
I feel you. I feel you.
You know what I mean?
Man, I'm racking my brain because, you know, I'm trying not to have all three of us say the same. But
so I'm saying on Lil Zane, we good.
I ain't gonna let that die. You got that little Zane.
And we ain't letting that shit die, nigga.
Hey, I will say this. I was like, man, I'm gonna go back and listen to that Lil Zane album. I can't believe they were clowning. I never got back around and listened to it.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah, you did. Yeah,
no, I didn't. I promise you, I didn't. I forgot, and I was like, yeah, it ain't worth that time.
This
Yeah.
nigga pulled an Office Space. He was rapping along and shit. As soon as the nigga walked by the car, he's like, "Oh, I gotta turn this down."
Hey, you know, it I guess also the age for me, it really is Fear of a Black Planet. And we talked about, you say Fight the Power would be your go-to if you tell people to listen to on that?
Easily, man. I mean, I mean, like, like so you want a song that's going to capture somebody's attention right away, and I think "Fight the Power" is one of those songs.
Yeah,
The other songs, you know what I'm saying, they may have more meaning to them, more lyrics. You know what I'm saying? They may be deeper, but like Oda said, they may get turned off. Chuck D, I mean, not the easiest nigga to listen to. You know what I'm saying? I like Chuck D, but I mean,
he was more about militant preaching than rapping.
He was a very smart dude, preaching. You know what I'm saying? But when we're talking about just like the best voice to listen to and just to be captivated by, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he's it. Is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that he sucked, you know what I'm saying? But I think for his time, it was a different time. And I think like at that time, perfect. But now, I mean, you know,
I feel you.
Well, he ain't it. You know what I'm saying?
Be KRS-One. If they substituted Chuck D with KRS-One in that group,
it wouldn't be the same though. I don't think
they ain't gonna listen to him either. You know damn well niggas nowadays ain't listening to no damn KRS-One, man.
The KRS-One sound way better than Chuck D.
He does, but I mean,
Black Cop.
Who the fuck is this?
Black Cop.
That's the sound of the police.
Yeah,
man, that nigga might start talking too much and then ruin the whole song. So,
hey man, KRS had
I like KRS-One, but nah.
If we talking Juneteenth and Blackgrass albums, KRS-One had, you know, he's really on it. But look, yeah, we gonna keep it simple. Mine's Fear the Black Planet because we talking about impactful pro-black, easy. And I'll give you this so we can move on since we got 3 of the 4. I'm gonna say go listen to Burn Hollywood Burn. Obviously, you know, that hits me at home talking about movies and making film and representation and how we look on the screen. You know, when we were still playing, we were still doing the Robert Townsend Hollywood Shuffle, you know, playing slaves and pimps and drug dealers and all this maids and shit. So, look,
can I say an honorable mention? I would say like the X-Clan, was it To the East?
To the east
backwards, something like that.
Backwards,
yeah. I would say something like that too. Not saying that would be the most impactful because obviously, you know, like I mean they had that one hit. Was it Abracadabra? He's a sissy. Professor X.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't think of the name of the song. But I mean, I think with that one, it started a little movement at the time. I remember with the African medallions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The cats were wearing the cross colors. I mean, I think they had their own little thing going on, and like just the whole like Nation of Islam kind of you know, with the X, you know, like meaning like, you know, unknown in math, you know, and cats taking, you know, their last name and making it X and saying, okay, I don't know where I'm from because I was a slave. And of course, we're talking about Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? Where we all were slaves, you know, our people were, you know what I'm saying? People that came before us, our ancestors. And so like the names that we have are our slave owners' names.
Yeah.
And so cats would, you know, take that and say, okay, now I'm X. And then they would branch off and like, you know, there you go. Create their own, you know what I'm saying? And try to like get back to their roots. And I think X-Clan really brought that to the hip hop game, even though it didn't last as long, but I think they had their own little movement. And I definitely want to show some love to them as well, you know, especially on this Juneteenth, you know, that they brought, you know what I mean?
And, and to your point, just because I want to make sure I don't forget to get them out. Also, you know, native tongues, all those brand Nubian.
Yeah.
I don't want to give away that answer to the album yet, but So look, what's the album?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. For me,
Right.
Actually, I don't even know if I got it, but I think that All for One Brand New be an album. If you haven't checked that out, what's an album that you view as pro-black, but isn't like widely considered as pro-black by most people? I said that.
Neon Icon by Riff Raff, because you ain't gonna want to listen to nothing but black rap music afterwards.
I wasn't ready for that answer.
No, I'm playing. I don't do we consider College Dropout a pro-black album, or was that just a?
Most don't, but it is.
There we go.
I can see. I mean, yeah.
Talking about,
I wouldn't have no problem with that one.
Talking about chasing your dream and not being stuck to this idea that you got to go to college. You know,
that's true.
Yeah, I finished school, even started my own business. Say, oh, you graduated? No, I decided I was finished.
Finish. Yep.
Basic our goals and what you got planned.
No, yeah, that's I think I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. And listen, I listen to Spaceship. I can't tell you how many times a year I listen to Spaceship because it's hidden. They got Negro spirituals in there and everything.
Mm-hmm.
What you think, Lou? What you got? Pro-black album that's not widely considered as pro-black.
I got 444 by Jay-Z.
Okay.
Solid. What's the one for you on that? What you really like about that?
I mean, you got the story of OJ, man. I mean, and then you got the story of OJ. You got I mean, what is it? Family Feud. You know, nobody wins when a family feud.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We all screwed because we never got the tools. You know, like he says, a man that can't take care of his family can't be rich. I saw Godfather. I missed that whole like 444 itself. Like, just talking about him being a black man and like marriage and his relationship. Like really being candid. Like I've never, as much as Jay-Z's music I've listened to or grew up with, the message he had or the tone he took in 444 was real grownish. You know what I'm saying? He addressed a lot of things. It was real candid, and I think that it's a good listen for a hip hop fan that's 30 and up.
Well, he told us years ago, man. Honestly, he'd rather rhyme like common sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that answer. I don't think 444 gets enough love, and I think it's because of Jay-Z. It's an older Jay-Z, and hip hop's a young man game. So
yeah. So that's one of mine. One of mine ones that aren't widely considered, but I would say it's definitely, if you're listening to it.
I feel you, Ahmad. I'm gonna skip you. I'm gonna go next. I'm not gonna skip you, but I'm gonna go next. I don't want you taking mine.
Go ahead.
Ghetto Boys.
I wasn't gonna take that.
Hey, stop it. So honestly, you go and listen to Ghetto Boys. We Can't Be Stopped. And this, go listen to Ghetto Boys in general. And when you start hearing it, they're NWA South in a kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
It's aggressive. There's some violence in there, but you listen to the messaging, and it's everything, and it's. I mean, I love it as an album. Actually, it's Ghetto Boys, it's Scarface, Mr. Scarface, it's Bushwick Bill, Mike D, Bushwick. This photo, if y'all don't know, this is a real photo.
Yeah.
He had just gotten shot. And Jay Prince was like, listen, we taking this photo. We got to get this album out. And they wheeled that man out there like that. He was out and just snapped that photo.
Gotta make a correction. Willie D.
Yeah, excuse me. I said Mike. I was thinking, what I was saying? I was thinking Big Mike. Having things, Big Mike. No, Willie D, who, listen, if y'all went up on Willie D, prepare to get them hands. That Golden Glove boxer, serious boxer, professional.
Okay.
But the Ghetto Boys, a lot of their albums have that feel, and they're very pro-black. You got to listen to it to know what I'm talking about. That's all. What you got? Ahmad? Put us on.
Got that. Straight out of Compton.
Yeah, man.
I don't think a lot of people would consider it pro-black. I mean, I think most of you guys probably would, or at least consider it. But I think just the impact that it had. Just like in Public Enemy, they came around at the same time. I think Public Enemy came at it at a different approach, more of like hey, let's talk about the issues in the community that's going on. But I think NWA approach it was like, we're gonna talk about the enemies, but we're also gonna be a little more hardcore, and we're gonna show like, hey, you know what I mean? Like a lot of us that grew up in this community, you know what I'm saying, look like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas Public Enemy, of course, you know what I'm saying, they were saying like, hey, the same thing. A lot of us look like this as well, but like NWA is kind of like more like we're viewed as this, but we're really, you know what I'm saying, we really got it up here too. We're not just like, going around just shooting up people, you know what I'm saying? We're not all just gangsters, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I think the way the NWA portrayed themselves and just such an iconic way, man. And then all the stuff that came after them, it just you can't deny it. I mean, you got Ice Cube, right? Was the first one to break off. You got Dr. Dre, because Ice Cube left after this album. He did one album with NWA and he was done. Yeah. So and he branched off whenever he did his own thing with the lynch mob and all that kind of stuff.
Wait. I gotta shout it out. Where'd he go to? He moved over to New York and started working with Public Enemy.
Okay.
Yeah, that first death certificate.
Wait, death certificate?
Is it death certificate that was produced by Sound?
It was Kill At Will.
American KKK's Most Wanted.
American Most Wanted
was produced by the Bomb Squad, Public Enemy.
Okay.
But he was around their messaging. If you link up them albums, then like he had a few in that time with the Public Enemy albums, you're gonna be like, oh shit, I hear it. Now he got more bars, more better delivery, more, the whole nine.
Yeah, you don't compare Chuck D to Ice Cube, yeah.
Hey man, Burn Hollywood Burn, man. That's a classic joint right there. I already shouted it out once. I'm gonna shout it out again.
Ice Cube is like, in my top 10 easily. But okay, so like I think they both had like a different approach to things, but they were both talking about like the same issues that were going on in the community, just a different way. Like of course NWA had Straight Outta Compton, Express Yourself, Fuck the Police. You know what I'm saying? Those are all like, hey, you know what? Like, these are the issues that we're dealing with as Black people in these communities. You know what I'm saying? And so like, and of course, Public Enemy said this, a lot of the same things, but like, of course, I mean, both of them were kind of viewed as villains. I think NWA a little more because they were a little more aggressive with it. You know what I mean? But this album right here, man, like,
I'm gonna disagree with you there, but go ahead, finish off, and I'll disagree with you.
I mean, you can't get no worse than Fuck the Police. I mean, that right.
Yes, you can. Listen, hold on.
I don't know, man. Like Ghetto Boys was crazy, bro.
Ghetto Boys were crazy.
They were. But I'm talking about out of these two groups, I think Ghetto Boys came a little bit after that. Not too long, but like
they were 90. They were 1990.
What it 91, 92?
90, 91, 92. That's Ghetto Boys. We Can't Be Stopped came out in 90.
I think Straight Outta Compton came out at 88, 89, right?
88.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So they're a little bit before them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think they set a precedence, like, for like hardcore rap when it came to some of the stuff that they were saying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There were guys before that talking about gangster stuff like what's dude from the East Coast? He's still rapping. He's not even that good, but guy from the East Coast.
There's so many that aren't good anymore. What?
I know. He's considered the original gangster rapper, but he's from the East Coast. I can't think of his name. T? Who?
You talking about King T?
No, not him. It's somebody else, but he's considered like the original gangster rap. But I think the twist that NWA put on it was a little different. You know what I'm saying? And like
Coolie D.
Like, what's the name? Say it again.
Coolie D.
No, not Coolie D. Yeah, somebody else. I can't think of his name.
Coolie D.
No, not him. Okay. But NWA was a little more. They were viewed as a little more. There was a little more different because they're the intelligence that they had in their rhymes. You know what I'm saying? I think, in my opinion, and just the I don't know, they were vulgar or cocky. You know what I'm saying? With how they said it. mean, confident or however you want to say it, but you know what I'm saying, they were pointing out issues in an intelligent way, but it was still like F you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like and so I mean, me personally, I mean, that was a pro-black album. When I look back, and of course I grew up in that area, you know what I'm saying? I grew up in Linwood, Compton, you know what I'm saying? I was in the mix. And I was 10 years old when this album came out. So like, you know, I remember my, you know what I'm saying, like neighbors had it, you know, I wasn't allowed to have it. If I did, so I had to hide it, you know what I mean? But it was in the air everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So like for me, I'm gonna roll with that one over, you know, I would have Public Enemy as the most impactful, but I think this one right here would be the
Slept on.
yeah,
Pro-black is not even looked at. Now, I was only disagreeing with you on the if we went Public Enemy, NWA. Now, here's the thing. You made to your point, you said they were more about fuck you. Public Enemy was kind of about fuck you, but they were more about now we don't care about you, we talking to us. You know, so it was two different approaches.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah, no, I agree.
the reason I say I disagree with you on being most hated, because Public Enemy was more, I felt like they were more hated, because if you look at Public Enemy versus NWA, there's still people from NWA who, you know, are very relevant in the culture and bigger than I mean, obviously Ice Cube.
That's because they were good though. Stuff. That's because they were good. That's why. That's
Public different. Enemy was shut down.
No. They weren't shut down. They just weren't good. Well, I mean, come on.
Whoa. Do your history. Public Enemy was shut down.
Okay.
There's a reason Nick Cannon, Professor Griff, Nick Cannon got his show almost got cut.
No, they didn't. I mean, they didn't really get shut down. They just took care of the nigga that was outspoken, and then they released Fear of a Black Planet.
That's what I mean when I say it got weird. That's what I was saying. Public Enemy, at one point, it started getting weird. That's what I mean. Like it started getting weird because like they was trying to, like, I guess label them as like the new Black Panthers type thing. You know what I mean? Professor X and all them, and then that Zulu Nation, and then like it just started growing and it started becoming something.
Griff started talking about Jewish folks, and Public Enemy was like, yeah, you fucking up the money. You gotta go.
Yeah. I pulled that back real quick. He was like, oh, nope, let me back that up. I don't want to fuck up the money.
Yeah.
And I love,
so were they really more hated, or were, I think NWA, you know what I'm saying, kind of like,
I think they were more hated by a system.
But I mean, NWA broke up though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They broke up, and a lot of these cats became successful on their own. I mean, especially Dre and Q. They became successful on their own doing other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
But you can make the big argument that Public Enemy was more about, well, the NWA was, let's keep it real, Jerry Heller, and then part of the reason Ice Cube left is because the money was wrong with Jerry Heller, where, you know, with dealing with white people. Public Enemy never really was like, well, we going after this money, so we got to deal with, so they never really had the arguments between each other over like, well, we're trying to get the white money. Whereas NWA kind of did, like, now, don't get me wrong, I know, because you get the bigger platform, you know, and, you know, it's true. NWA was way more talented, you know, on a whole than
not even close. Yeah. Not even close.
I'm not gonna argue that.
On a side note, that's not on topic of pro-blackness, that Niggas for Life album is fire all the way around. Sonically,
that was the intro, really.
That shit was the sound is so crisp and clean. Like, yo, Dr. Dre's a killer ass producer when it comes to sound engineering. Like, man. Anyways, back to it. I just had to go ahead and throw that out there for people that don't know. You got to listen to that Niggas for Life album. That shit is fire.
It's just the beats. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else, but.
All right, look. We done talked about the albums. We done talked about a couple things. Let's hone it in. What's the best pro-black song of all time? This is a tough one for me.
It is.
Who want to lead it off?
I feel like it's a couple of them, but I mean, I could start the fire.
What you got?
You know.
See, it's tough, boy. It's tough. There's some good ones out there.
A lot of good ones.
Oh man.
Look, I'm wondering where you going ahead. I got a couple in my head. The best. Give us a. You don't gotta give us number one. Give us a couple. Give us a couple that kind of milling around your head. But I'm gonna pinpoint you down after you give us a couple. You got.
I say okay. So I got "Get By" by Talib Kweli.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
That one helped me through some times.
Yeah,
Man.
That
That one
shit helped. That shit helped you get by.
Literally, bro. Hey, but it took me 15 years for the message to stick. Waking up and not getting drunk. I've been listening to this song for 15 years and finally it hit me. Oh, I ain't gotta wake up and get drunk and get high today. All right.
I could wait till 2:00.
right.
Three.
Do y'all want to go all hip hop or just in general on this one?
How about let's go for 3, man. 2 hip hop, 1 general.
Oh, okay. There we go. 2
Two
hip hop.
one. Okay.
I like it. All right. So go.
Well, I'm ready. I'm ready, bro. I already got it up. Fuck the police. You know that's
Okay.
number 1, and it's pretty obvious why. My second pick is that Toby and Wigway song, Fi. Like, bro, just look at that. Like that video, the imagery, everything about this song is just beautifully
Kids, his wife, everything.
You know, he's talking about bringing his family to the shows. Like this is black family, black love. You know, if you black, we in sync, nigga. Like, oh man, everything about this song is fucking amazing. One of this is my personal favorite pro-black song of all time.
Got my family too. Y'all got some fire picks.
I got man, even my daughter rocks out to this shit, bro. Like when I play this in the car, we all just scream at the top of our lungs, you know, this whole five. And then as for my general, I gotta go with Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud.
I didn't even think about that one.
Damn you stole mine.
I didn't think about that one.
Say I'm Black and I'm Proud, baby. Yeah.
What were your 2 oldest again?
Fuck the Police,
that's right.
Fi, and
Okay.
Black and I'm Proud.
That's right. Okay.
Who's next? Who's going next? Man, everybody quiet. It's tough. Go ahead.
Y'all go ahead. I said one of mine already, so y'all go ahead. Otis is done.
All right, so 2 and 1 songs. Styles P, I'm Black.
Okay.
I can listen to that on repeat. He talk about it's just everything I love, man. Talk about soul food on Sunday, get drunk enough with your uncles and everybody, wake up and still go to work on Mondays. He talk about don't matter if you light skinned, rich, poor, whoever you are. If you black, no matter what. And that song to me is just kind of like, I can listen to that on repeat every day and wake up, go to sleep, put it back on repeat and feel good about myself every single time.
Nice.
Number 2, I'm gonna go Self-Destruction.
Oh,
that's one of the first songs I knew bar for, probably first 20 songs, rap songs. I knew line for line, bar for bar. You couldn't tell me nothing about it. And since we go in songs, I love it because I could it's a whole bunch of niggas in that song. So I could, excuse me, whole bunch of black people in that song. So that's number, and then number 3, man, he took Say It Loud. So I'm gonna go, Change Gonna Come.
okay.
I love Sam Cooke. I love everything about Sam Cooke. I love the story and everything. I hate the way he went out, but change gonna come. And if you haven't seen that, that documentary, the movie One Night in Miami, I love the way they did that. And they were like, yo, you got to stop doing this music that, like, it's the civil rights era. We got things going on. People are making music for the revolution. And you out here singing these happy songs at the Copacabana. We need something Sam Cooke style. And if y'all don't know this, Sam Cooke had his own record company. He was one of the first ones to start his own record company. He was putting people on. Bobby, I hate to bring up Bobby Womack and the Womack brothers.
Smashing his wife.
But he put them on. And he
Womack was smashing his wife too.
Yeah, he was.
That's a
Wish you
cold
wouldn't trust
nigga.
me so much.
Yeah,
and they made a song about that shit. Yeah, I wish you wouldn't trust me so. God, that nigga cold. Boy, that's a cold game. Hey man, it's Juneteenth, so it's Juneteenth, so we gonna keep it funky. Listen, we ain't perfect. We ain't perfect at all, but you know,
Yo, that dog bark was right on time. Talk about
Hey.
Bobby Womack's dog ass.
Yeah, it was.
Dog ass nigga, wasn't he? Boy. So yeah, I think self-destruction by the East Coast All Stars, I'm Black, Styles P, and Change Gonna Come, Sam Cooke for me.
Destruction.
That's my shit right there, boy.
Hey, we're all in the same gang. It's better, but
I knew you were going. West Coasters.
Boom, boom.
I won't say it's better.
Boom, 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 boom.
Listen,
hey,
just because y'all was rocking beats.
No, they're both good, man. I ain't gonna lie. Self-destruction was lit, man. I ain't gonna hate on it, man.
I couldn't get over Michelle A's voice and all in the same gang. I was like, I know you on the record label, Michelle A, but come on, man.
Stop the fighting, make the change. Come we're all in the same game.
We love you, Michelle A.
It was crazy because when she sing, you're like, oh dang, she got a nice voice. But when she talk, you're like,
yeah. Listen, Michelle A. We can talk about Michelle A real quick. We talking blackness. She is black as they come. She hood. She was, I won't say she a hood rat because I don't want to disrespect like that. But back in the day, she was a little tougher. Y'all know the big earring chick with the little high pitched voice. Oh shit! Everybody got a cousin. Dude.
Not that
the high pitched voice, the big earrings and everything. They were a little hood.
Not that high, bro. Her lungs, she breathes helium, bro. Her shit is different.
All right, who up next?
For the streets.
Who's up next? Lou, you up next for your three?
Yeah, man. What I said earlier. Talib Kweli, Get By. I'm gonna go with Keep Your Head Up, Tupac.
Yeah.
You just made Pete's day.
Yeah.
I saw P was disappointed in himself. He's damn, I didn't say Pac.
Nah, hey. Y'all know I ain't disappointed. Y'all know Pac on my list somewhere. Y'all knew we gonna go get out this. We weren't gonna get through this episode without talking about Tupac Shakur. I've just been holding back, saving it.
Yeah, we can't get through this without mentioning Tupac Shakur, man. I mean, and obviously he's as we discussed him before. Go back and check out our Tupac episode. This man, for him to be so young, he covered a lot of topics. Again, that resonated within our community. So a song like Keep Your Head Up, he starts off with it. They say the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, they say the darker the flesh, deeper the roots.
I give a holler to my people on welfare, Tupac.
Yes.
See, you can't start rapping Pac. I'm gonna just go in. I gotta pull myself back, man.
Yeah. So you got a song, and that's the thing. Anytime, any day, I throw that on, it's gonna knock. Anytime, any day, in the car, at the cookout, at the potluck, at the wedding, at the funeral. You know what I mean? Like, keep your head up. You know what I mean? So definitely one of my throwback joints, man.
You got a non-hip hop one?
I got a non-hip hop one. I want to go with Everything by Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't think about that.
Is everything, but it's meant to be. I mean,
I didn't think about that. I thought you were gonna go with Tennessee. Arrested Development.
That's hip hop though, right?
Yeah.
No, it is. I was having that debate with myself earlier, and I wanted to ask y'all because Arrested Development is hip hop, but I was listening. I was like, man, it's hip hop, especially that early 90s, but it's not really though.
And I am still thirsty.
Yeah, see, like that wasn't. Like it's hard for me to put that in hip hop.
That's the thing. So, while I'm talking about Lauryn Hill, I think her album is probably one of those ones that's probably pro-black, but not mostly considered. The only album she really has, that's still monumental in hip hop. You know, like it's crazy because she only did one album for real. You know, it's still monumental as far as like debatable classic. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's like the missed education. We all talk about Juneteenth, us being enslaved, being miseducated. You know, the byproduct of how we were still enslaved mentally, you know, comes from us being miseducated. You know what I mean? Like where there's lack of education, there's more poverty, you know? There's more poverty, there's more crime. You know what I'm saying? And so as we talk about that, poverty is a mind state too. You know what I'm saying? So
my brother brought church to the potluck.
It is one of my favorite. Look, if y'all get the chance to go see Lauryn Hill, wait.
I've seen her.
See her. Wait them hours. I've seen her a couple times. I'll wait. I don't give a shit.
No, just show up late. You be fine.
Yeah. I don't even care. I'll be there. I'm early. I show up early. I seen her in 2000 when she was on top of the world at a big venue. I seen her at small venues. I'll go see Miss Lauryn Hill whenever.
The one time I saw her perform, it was at Rock the Bells, one of the greatest experiences I had at a show. She was just a little too focused on checking the band. That was a little bit disrespectful, I thought. It was a good show, but it was annoying to see her so distracted, like giving the band cues and stuff, like, you know, being a maestro while she's singing and performing. Like, man, your band is on point. They're doing what they're supposed to do. Just perform for us.
Kanye on a million.
Like, what now?
Kanye on a million trillion.
Yeah, exactly. Like, man, just do the damn show.
Did you go to the one in Glen Helen?
I don't remember where it was. We were in the middle of some desert. It was the year that everybody, I think it was 2011 or something like that. The year everybody performed their classics. Common performed B. She did Miseducation. Nas did Illmatic.
I was there.
Oh, word?
Yeah. So yeah, I remember Nas. Yeah, he performed Illmatic the whole album.
And then they had the DJ Premier and what is that nigga's name, man? Pete Rock producer battle.
Woo!
I think so,
bro. That's shit's fire, bro.
What's the name was there too, right? Erykah Badu, right?
Erykah Badu did Baduism. Yep.
Okay, yeah, I was there.
That's what's up. That's a black ass album.
Yeah. Both of them was. I don't know. I think Erykah Badu was a little off, and I think Lauryn Hill was late as hell.
I loved her shit, but I love everything about Erykah Badu, so I was all about that.
Hey, quick story time.
She could turn me into a motherfucking hotep any day. But I will alienate this planet. What?
You gonna buy the incense? You got the perfume with the incense?
Oh yeah, man. Give me that penny perfume with that penny incense. I'll burn the shit out of it. Just all of it. I'm inhaling all that smoke.
Hey, quick story time. In a previous life, I was with a moving company. We were moving this dude. He was a music engineer, and he used to, I guess it was a white dude too. He had engineered Cash Money early on, and he said that he was mixing Cash Money stuff. He said Erykah Badu came in the studio. He said, first of all, when you're in the studio with Cash Money and him as a white dude, he was like, you never feel quite, because he was like, it's gang in there. Like, it's serious, real hood shit. They bring it right into the studio. He said, I never seen gangsters go so soft. He said, Erykah Badu walked in and everybody was just soft. He said the hardest niggas in there with guns and everything was just like, oh, Miss Badu. Like, they just went completely soft as hell. And this is before she dropped that what's the one where she was on the bus and everybody was like, oh, she got cheeks. And he was telling me about it. He was like, when she was naked on the bus, and he was like, oh yeah. He knew about it. Yeah. What was it?
Window seat,
yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
But that's just my quick little Badu story. So I was
that John F. Kennedy joint, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I remember that.
All right, well, shoot, look.
Oh yeah.
Love to be an extra that day.
Let's finish off strong here, man. We got the top three.
Well, I didn't give you mine yet.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I knew it was gonna be West Coast bias, so I was gonna skip.
No, it's not. Here we go.
Go ahead.
It's not West Coast bias. You know what I'm saying? This is one of my favorite movies of all time. You know what I'm saying? Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Sorry. Fight the power, of course, man. I never forget. I was in 6th grade when this came out, and we were outside doing something like, you know, with the 6th grade. I was in 6th grade. We were outside protesting, messing around. You know what I'm saying? Elementary, thinking we knew everything, and we were like, "Fight the power, feed the poor, fight the power." And our teacher, man, he laid into us, man. He was he was a little older, but he was telling us, like, you guys don't even know what the hell that means. You know what I'm saying? And back then, you can kind of go at kids. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, you got to be all a little soft and everything. But he went in on us, man. He like, you guys don't even know what that means, blah blah. He started giving us a little spiel. I think he was from Northern California, so he was from that area. You know what I'm saying, with the Panthers and all that kind of stuff. He was telling us, you know, this spin game at us, man. But like the impact that song had at the time, you know what I'm saying, with that movie, of course, you know what I'm saying, like just bringing everything to a visual. You know what I'm saying? And then the anthem that it still is today, I could bump that, and I mean, it still sounds refreshing as it did, you know what I'm saying, what, 30 years ago?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that, to me, you know what I'm saying, is the number one black, pro-black hip-hop song of all time. Number 2, I'm going to go with, shoot, it's tough, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some West Coast bias on this one. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with "All Right" by Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
Cause that right there to me is another anthem. You know what I'm saying? And I'm all about anthems first, cause I could play them 50 years from now, they still gonna sound tight. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can't play I don't know, like some songs, and like, you know, they may be hot today, but you know, 50 years from now, they ain't gonna be hot anymore. So
Shout out to the national anthem.
The national anthem, whether we like it or not, people know the words and people sing it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of those things, like, you know what I'm saying, like that caught on and people like gravitate towards. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's good or whether it's bad history, good history. I think with these songs right here, you know what I'm saying, we got some nostalgia to them as well. You know what I'm saying? But they came out hot, and we can still play them today.
What's wrong with the national anthem? Nothing wrong with lift every voice and
the Black national anthem? Yeah.
Oh no, that's just the national anthem. I didn't know there was another one.
Oh.
I don't see no other anthems going on.
We acknowledge.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? So those 2 right there, and then number 3, I'm gonna go with it was out of 2 songs, man. I'm just gonna throw them out there because I want you guys to know. The first one was by Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, "Wake Up Everybody."
Yeah,
that one. But I chose "Living for the City" by Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder.
Those 2 right there. I'm gonna go with "Living for the City" because I think the story through the whole thing. I think "Wake Up Everybody" is a better, like, I think it's a better song. You know what I'm saying? Like just the vibe to it and everything. But "Living for the City," the story and how deep he goes into it, I like that.
Ahmad, you got a theme going.
That's a great choice.
You got a movie theme going.
What do you mean?
Everything you got from was in a big movie too.
Yeah.
What was Living in the City in?
New Jack City.
Jack City.
Oh
Yeah, but that wasn't Stevie Wonder. That wasn't Stevie Wonder's though.
They
that
still had his on there.
It was
the Troop.
It was Troop, right?
Troop, right? Yeah.
Still living.
Just enough for the city.
That was Troop. Shout out Troop.
It was about a fire barrel, you know.
I like those pictures. Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes.
Man, that one right there. Wake up, everybody. No, yeah, that one's dope.
What movie is that in? That's in a big movie too, and I can't think of it.
Oh, it's in a you know what I was thinking? Make me wanna holler. Get up.
That's
Inner City Blues by Marvin Gaye.
Yeah,
classic. I mean, all of those. I mean, you can't go wrong. I don't think you can go wrong with either one of them. You know what I'm saying? I had to choose "Living for the City" because of just how deep he goes into the oppression of, you know what I'm saying, like you know, what the brother has to face, the sister, the mother, the father, you know what I'm saying, working in the home or whatever, walking all these miles to work, not earning a dime, you know what I'm saying, the hard times that they go through. So I think Stevie Wonder painted a great picture of, you know what I'm saying, what was going on with the oppression and everything. And so like I have to give his a little nod. But
hey man, shout out to all the old heads who really made music for like us to like help us through. I know we shout out Stevie Wonder. He's very influential in that. Marvin Gaye. There's a Sam. We used to have most of the music that we listened to was about us and trying to make us better. So
yeah, I mean, Stevie Wonder. I mean, like I got to give him props, man, because he can't even see it, but he knows what's going on. It's crazy. So like, shout out to Stevie Wonder, man.
Not
That vision, man.
TKO Joe with the jokes. You try to slide him in there.
Hey, I'm gonna go one more. Okay,
Yeah,
so this one right here, international though. I'm gonna go with Bob Marley, because Bob Marley has a lot of songs that we can use. Yeah. But to me, the one song that he has that gives me chills is a Concrete Jungle, man.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Man, hey, that song gives me chills, man. Like, I'm listening to it, I'm like, dang, like, just the way he describes it, man. Man, hey, Bob Marley was. Listen, Bob Marley was that dude, man. I don't care what nobody says, man. That song Concrete Jungle gives me chills, man.
You would go listen to Bob Marley talks a lot of that.
Oh,
he gives you stories,
that
man.
Song, man.
Check out.
All right, let's get it.
Concrete Jungle.
Top 3 pro-black albums. We've covered a lot of pro-black stuff. There's a lot of stuff, I gotta say, there's a lot of stuff we not left out, but we haven't gotten to in there. But what
can't get into it all. It's too much.
Albums? Yeah, there's so much, man. We shouted out KRS, Gil Scott Heron, the Revolution.
Gil Scott Heron,
not be televised. There's a lot. But yes, indeed. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm blackity black. And I'm. But what are your top pro-black albums? Who
make him jack to this?
Oh, man.
Make him jack to this.
This man.
Oh Lord.
Right. Who want to kick it off with our top 3 pro-black albums?
Top 3. Oh shoot.
I'll kick it off. I haven't gone first yet, so I'll start.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Pete.
Oh man. So my first one's gonna be Tupacalypse Now.
Of course.
Tupac. Yeah, I tell you, listen.
Typical.
It's not I mean, if I
never saw that one coming.
Listen, the first song is called Young Black Male. If you go through the track list, and it's got Brenda's Got a Baby on there. It's got, I don't give a fuck, Words of Wit. So it's got a lot on there. Go listen to it. I mean, Tupac's first couple of albums are very pro-black. And
that's your number one though?
It was in my 3. You said 3. Top 3 pro-black albums.
Which are you going in order, or are you just?
Listen, we just said top 3. We didn't say no order.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
But don't start hating on Pop early.
Go ahead with your bad self.
I'm gonna say Common. I'm gonna go with B. For me, that I can listen to that front to back all the way through anytime. From the corner and everything. Yeah.
Oh yeah. The end got real shea butterish though.
Yeah, he did. I mean, that
the last couple of songs got real shea butter. Like, let's rub some on. Like,
I don't mind.
But so yeah, I would definitely classify that one as pro.
And then I'm gonna put Let's Get Free. Dead Prez. When I say Dead President, Dead Prez. Let's Get Free. There's so much in that album, man. Like from start to finish. Songs like Be Healthy. And they talk, they're very much, very, very, very strong into the Uhura Black movement, the 5%ers. They're very much into what they eat and being healthy. But songs like Be Healthy, Discipline, all that stuff. And we all know, it's bigger than hip hop. If you don't know it, Chappelle had it for the theme of his show, the whole 9. But that album, front to back, you can listen to it. It rides. For me, it rides. It is very revolutionary. It is, it can be in your face, but there's songs like Mind Sex in there, you're talking about let's light some incense and let's have a conversation before we go into this.
Let's chill and play chess, baby. Like, all right.
I mean, listen.
I don't want to smash. I don't need to smash. I wanted to, but I don't need to.
I just want to know how you strategize before I
listen. for a community that's over sexualized, hyper sexualized in the media, and you know, we do it to ourselves a lot of times, but it's important to hear those kind of messages too, you know, like, because it wasn't just about that. So for me, that "Let's Get Free" really hit.
It is salad with croutons.
He said a fresh bed of lettuce with cruise.
Fresh bed of lettuce.
Yeah, he did.
Hey man, Callaloo. Listen, man, but you talk about Callaloo in there, man. Like, this that album for me. That's one.
Oh man.
Honorable mention. I didn't even want to. I want to throw in one honorable mention. And I had to go back and listen to it, but oh god, y'all can have at me for it. But Arrested Development.
Oh, shit. Here we go. The quintessential Pete moment. Talking about some shit nobody hyping up some shit nobody want to hear. Come on with it.
Arrested Development, man. Like that second album they had.
The 2022 album?
No, absolutely not.
Horrible.
My horrible music taste only goes but so far. Lil Zane is about as far as it can go.
Oh,
I know that's pretty low.
that's pretty far, man.
I don't know, man. I think you got a little bit further. You got a little more distance in you.
I mean, it's coming from Riff Raff. Did you shout out Riff Raff in the Juneteenth episode?
I did.
Oh, damn it.
He didn't shout out Riff Raff. He shouted out the Neon Icon.
Hey, but he shot out Riff Raff as the cracker that gets you to the water. You know what I'm saying?
Riff Raff, basically.
I like that though. I like that. Cracking it gets.
And I am still thirsty. Go back to the
There you go.
Arrested Development. Like I said, I stand by it.
Take me to another land.
Hey, who popping up next for the? Who got the next three? Give me your three.
Oh, man, who going next?
Who want up? Lou, you want up next?
Yeah, man. I'll do Marvin Gaye. What's going on?
Okay.
I mean, what's going on is just like everything it's kind of everything that we've been mentioning as far as substance. You know what I mean? Inner city blues. I mean, you know, make me want to holler. I mean, Mercy, Mercy Me, like Save the Children, like
Classic.
what's going on, you know, just that soul. You know what I mean? I think a lot of the things we talk about, like how we mentioned before, like we're speaking from our souls. You know what I'm saying? This is what's going on. This is what we deal with in our minds and our hearts. So, you know, obviously that's the sound of soul. You know, Marvin Gaye, what's going on, definitely. I'm gonna stick with 444.
Okay.
Just for a modern pick. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I can put 444 on to someone who's 30 plus, you know, and they would appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It might make them think about some of the decisions they make as far as like, you know, finances, relationships, their views on family and their position. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and the third one, man, is kind of just, it's so much out there, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so much out there. I don't, you know.
What you gonna do? Go ahead, throw that Arrested Development up there. Tennessee. You in Tennessee right now?
Oh man, you want that one, don't you? You want that.
I do.
That's what you want. That's what you want, huh? That's what you want.
Throw it on up there.
Man.
I challenge you to not listen to that album and feel good about being black.
Do better.
You were singing Mr. Window too. Don't lie, Otis.
I was. I was singing Mr. Window. I ain't gonna lie. I was. You know what? As far as that Arrested Development, you know, I was on that De La Soul, Arrested Development vibe. I was on De La Soul too.
Yeah.
Man.
We put you on that spot for that. That 3 is hard. You gotta narrow it down.
It is hard, man. Like because y'all done said so much stuff now. You know, they got me. Y'all done said so much stuff. I came in here loaded, but we didn't have this conversation, man. Like, you know what? Give me Superfly by Curtis Mayfield. Man.
Okay. He telling the real stories there. Yeah.
Yeah,
That.
from Freddie's Dead, pushing dope for the man, Freddie's dead. You know what I mean? That's what I said, But we talked about like just pushing dope for the man and being a natural high, pretty much being free within your mind mentally and stuff. Just being like, my life is a natural high. Like life itself, being just black, being free was a natural high. Those are things that our ancestors enslaved would be like, man, if only I was free. You know what I'm saying? Just to think that something like that to them would be like like a paradise, like a high. You know what I'm saying? The man can't put no thing on me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I'm about to go back and listen to that. I appreciate that. I gotta put that in the rotation.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's super fly.
What you got, Otis? I see you look like you're ready to give us 3. I'm gonna let a mod in this one off too.
Okay. First off is Dead Prez, Revolutionary but Gangsta. So I was listening to it earlier, and some of the production didn't really age well, but the shit that they talking about, some of that content, like it resonates with me. This is more of a nostalgia pick. I wouldn't say it's a universally one of the best top three pro black albums, but it's a personal favorite. Fire as fuck. One of my favorite joints on there is Hell Yeah, where it's just all about like different ways to scam the system. Where they're fucking stealing out the register. That was part of my training, literally part of my training at one of my old food service jobs. It was how to give yourself a tip. The shit was crazy. Yeah, man, robbing the pizza man for some free takeout if you broke, and how to get the credit card scam and shit. Like it's a crazy ass song. Dope video too, but I love everything about that album.
About that
walk like a warrior, down, fucked up, talking about alcoholism and shit. Like it's a great album. The next is going to be Most Def, Black on Both Sides.
Good one.
Yeah,
Good
man. Just the overall, just a beautiful album, man. Everything that he's one of my favorite joints on there. 2 of my favorite joints on there is Mathematics and Mr. Nigga. And rock and roll, like the perfect song about the history of rock and roll and musical gentrification. It's a
and then he went and played Chuck Berry.
Yeah,
love that.
Bro, dope, great album.
Umi Says.
Hell yeah, that's a classic. Wasn't that shit in like a Jordan commercial too? Like, I thought the brother was gonna do big things afterwards, and I mean, unfortunately, his career took a different kind of turn. He made a left when he should have made it right.
No, but, I think he's happy with what he did. It's kind of the Lauryn Hill style.
I'm not talking about him being happy. I'm talking about I want to be happy with what he did. But whatever, man. He's your artist kind of artist. Like you can tell he's really artistic. So it's not about pleasing the fans. It's about pleasing yourself and what you do artistically. I'll give him credit for that. Just wasn't my cup of tea. But Black on Both Sides, people in our age range, we recognize it for how great it is, but the younger generation, people that are younger than us, they really need to give this one a run through because it's a fantastic album. And this other one, which I kind of just discovered, while searching through pro black albums, it's been brought up a couple of times within the We Know Hip Hop group, but Paris, The Devil Made Me Do It. I think this is my number one.
Black.
Bro. Black fuck. The production, stupid fire, especially for that time. Like those got to be some of the best beats that weren't Dr. Dre. Like stupid fire beats. The shit that he's talking about when it comes to like revolutionary content is like if Chuck D really knew how to rap, and
okay,
bro.
Okay.
Leave Chuck D alone, man.
I mean, no disrespect, but it's just his thing. Like Chuck D is more like poetry, and this shit is rap. And bro, I didn't find one bad song on this album. Everything on this shit is just straight heat, hella black, hella revolutionary. Like, man, everybody needs to give this a run. It really aged well. Like you could tell it's old school, but ain't nothing dated about it. It's a great album. Yeah. Fucking fantastic.
Love that.
Bing bong.
Ahmad, you on. You finish us off. What's your 3? Hey, real quick. Shout out Sounds of Blackness. I forgot. I didn't know we were doing I forgot we were doing one non-hip hop. I gotta do Sounds of Blackness for my non-hip hop one.
Okay.
What is The Evolution of Gospel? That's the name of that album with Optimistic. As long as you keep your head to the sky. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. Ahmad, what's your 3?
Classic.
Man, it's not even popping up. I was gonna put this for the background, yeah. But number one, it's not that one. It's Death Certificate by Ice Cube.
That's cute.
That one, West Coast bias. You know what I'm saying? No, but like the time that it came out, the stuff that he talked about in the album, the whole like him getting like kind of away from the whole NWA gangster rap kind of thing and like branching more into like like kind of like Nation of Islam, addressing the issues in the community in a different way. I think and then the classic No Vaseline, that's not pro-black. It's more like fuck you.
You know what? It can be
to anybody
classified as
that's
pro-black.
involved.
Whole bench record.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen. It can be
That
classified
whole
as
album was
pro-black.
fire.
It's pro-black. It's pro-black. Listen, he was telling them, you're getting robbed by this white man.
True that.
Y'all don't
I
want to
didn't think
listen
about it
to
that way.
me.
You're right.
Y'all don't want to listen to me. Sometimes you gotta really go on a nigga to make him listen to you and get the point across.
Yeah.
So I'll classify that as pro-black.
That's true. I've been thinking about that, but he did say getting fucked out your greens by a white boy. So that classified as pro-black.
With
No Vaseline.
With no Vaseline. You know what I'm saying?
That's not pro-black.
Left Compton. I know, right? I like women. Left Compton and moved to Riverside. You know what I'm saying? So like, definitely, man, that's an inside joke. For you people who are listening. But no, I mean that album definitely pro-black. I think some people would probably gloss over it as a pro-black album, but to me it is. Number 2 is the one behind me. One of the best albums of all time, Aquemini. I think this is a better album than Death Certificate, in my opinion, musically and everything. I think I like the way Ice Cube addressed the black issues more, but I think Outkast was a little more subliminal, but I think the whole album overall was better. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. So this album right here, Aquemini, I mean, should have been the top album on that list that those dumbass people had, but we won't go into that. But this I hear. If you never listen to Aquemini, go ahead and slap yourself.
Twice,
and whatever, man. But you got to check this album out, man. And my third album, and this is a personal favorite. This probably isn't the top. It's probably not a top 3 black album as far as like just best albums. I mean, I know most people wouldn't have it in their top 3. I have it personally because it's one of my favorite. Well, my favorite artists. I'm gonna say Distant Relatives. Yeah, it's probably that's my third. The way Nas and the whole concept, the whole concept of the album, you know what I'm saying, like of what they did, you know what I'm saying, like bringing hip hop and reggae together and tying it back to the African roots, you know what I'm saying. For me, you know what I'm saying, it felt very Marcus Garvey-ish,
That's a good one.
the kente cloth. But it felt very Marcus Garvey-ish, you know what I'm saying, and in a way, and to me, you know what I'm saying, like it brought pro-black in a different way, just looking at not only like what's going on here, but let's look at our roots, where we came from, you know what I'm saying, how like all of our we're really related, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of us will probably be offended by being called Jamaican or being called African, but like we're all related in some kind of way, and
scratcher.
or that, right? But like I think Nas and Damian Marley were trying to show people like, hey, we're all related, you know what I'm saying, our music, maybe a little different and whatever, you know what I'm saying, different cultures, but you know what I'm saying, bringing it together, you know what I'm saying, we can make a beautiful sound, all that kind of stuff. So those are my top 3.
Love it.
I mean, I like all your choices too, but these three right here, I'm saying my top three. So
Hey man, listen. And as far as the Rolling Stone publication goes, listen. You name yourself the Rolling Stones, so I didn't put no credence in you anyway. Why? Because the group, the Rolling Stones, took their song and their name and their music from Black people, Muddy Waters. That's how they got their name. So they were just copying off Black people to start with. So it is what it is.
And word to Rolling Stones, if you gonna make a list regarding hip hop, you got to run it past a Black person. At least this guy.
I thought I saw him there. That's what I was trying to think of earlier. I thought I saw him kneeling.
Talcum X.
Talcum X. Hey,
you got to.
Hey, next episode, man, we got to make a top rock and roll list. Let's fuck it all up. We're gonna throw Cranberries number 1.
In your head, zombie was not that. No lie.
That's dope. So I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna front.
It's all Prince for me. Prince.
Hey,
yeah. Let's put all Black people.
We can do that. Hey,
Chuck Berry number 1.
Who's got bars for us to end us off? Because if y'all don't, I got a whole 16, 24, however many y'all need.
Oh, well, you got us then.
Listen,
44. I mean,
wait. Okay, I mean, let me just do this real quick. It's Juneteenth. Thank you, Pete, for helping me find this song. Black on black, my thoughts so black on black, my skin so black. Rocking that black on black is black. Yeah, black.
Hey,
black.
Hey, on that note, Ultra Black's one of my favorite Nas songs out in the past few years. That song's in. So look, let's end it off. I already mentioned this song earlier. I said it was one of the ones I knew by heart. And shout out to KRS-One for setting it off. He started this song off. Self-destruction is just today's topic, self-destruction. It really ain't the rap audience that's bugging. It's some of you suckers, ignorant brothers, trying to rob and steal from one another. You get caught in the mid, so to crush that stereotype. Here's what we did. We got ourselves together so that you could unite and fight for what's right, not negative, because the way we live is positive. We don't kill our relatives. That's KRS-One. I could go on, man. That's one of my favorite songs ever. Pop, one shot, who's to blame? Headlines, front page, raps the game. MC Delight here to state the bottom line. The black on black crime was way before our time. Took a brother's life with a knife one night. His wife cried because he died a trifling death when he left his very last breath. Well, I slept, so watch your step. Back in the 60s, our brothers and sisters were hanged. How could you gangbang? I never ever ran from the Ku Klux Klan, and I shouldn't have to run from a black man, because that's self-destruction. Man, I ordered that song in a box enough to get me in trouble.
Box. He said the box.
Yeah. I used to call it the box. I ordered that one.
You're showing your age.
Hey, man, I don't mind. I got these grades for a reason. I earned it here.
I mean, this nigga Ahmad talking about he was in high school when Straight Outta Compton dropped. So I think that's what we're doing this episode.
I know, right?
I was in elementary.
Damn.
That's what I said.
High school.
Honestly, he was out there protesting.
Here we go, Rock. Here we go. Some bars. You ready?
Yeah. Oh Lord,
this nigga.
Black. All right. Here we go. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you. But that's some good porn to struck to. Think of how many shoes you crept through. Time's up. Look at the BBW. Thinking of this, you keep stroking your jizz. Good time for the stay home solo is. So I sit by the door, hand on the remote soon. As you hear it, I turn down the volume.
man. Like I said,
I hope we get Rakim on the show.
Right. We real black here. We keep it real with y'all, man. Hey, listen, we keep it real black here, man. We ain't all perfect.
Hey, get the poem god on here.
10 times a day. Oh boy.
Let that nigga live.
Nah, I ain't let that nigga live, man. I'm about to get on him every week.
Oh, you got the old. He looking old. He performing around the corner here next week too.
That nigga drained.
He is old, man.
Hey, like, share, subscribe. Hey, listen.
He sucked all that nigga's liquids out.
That is y'all going to hell for that one.
That nigga looking like Skeletor.
Man, I'm about to get out of here, man.
It's a Sunday.
This dude done turned into a rock and roll session, man.
Right.
This TKO.
Oh man. Hey Rakim, you my nigga, man.
Especially because Nas is your favorite rapper, so I know you like Rakim as a rapper, but damn.
Love some Rakim, man.
You feel, hey, your mom feels personally hurt by that, man. I got you.
That nigga hurt himself.
Hey,
nigga hurt me.
It's been another great potluck, man.
Oh man.
Hey, happy Juneteenth. Celebrate freedom. Once again, man, it's always a pleasure with you brothers. If you haven't read this book, I'm gonna shout out this book real quick. On Juneteenth. She's from Texas. She's a Pulitzer Prize winner. It's a good book. My mom sent it to me. You know, it's all good Black moms do. They want us to make sure, you know, we know where we came from and everything. So, hey, it's a lot of good Black music out there still being made to this day.
Yes, sir.
But a lot of good Black podcasts and shows being made to this day and coming up. You got one right here on the potluck. Appreciate y'all like shit. We on TikTok, Instagram, everywhere you want to be. That's where we at. We out. Potluck.